So the Tomorrow War is getting a sequel. Don't know quite what to make of this yet, ladies and gentlemen. I enjoyed this film, right? For what it was, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a bit of a summer blockbuster. Switch your brain off, enjoy it. It's good, right? Now announcement of a sequel. Start to get a little bit wary of this, right? And I don't want to be a sourpuss on it. Would I watch another one? Is Chris Pratt going to be in it? Yeah, of course I'm going to watch another one. Like, I absolutely would. I think it was a very interesting concept. I think there's a lot you could do with it. But it felt like a one and done film. So I'm a little bit confused with, you know, why they're suddenly going, boom, 100% we're going to make another one. Unless they had a story in mind straight from the off. So this is an exclusive to Deadline. And they dropped in here and says, in response to this past weekend's hugely successful global streaming debut of The Tomorrow War, because it was a really, really big success, Skydance and Amazon Studios are in discussions, Deadline hears, on the development of a sequel to the Chris Pratt sci-fi pick. Now, where could you go with that? Where could you go with that? It's time travel. There's a lot you can do with that where it could make a lot of sense. But I am unsure and uneasy of where they would go. I hope they don't go down the route of just staying with the White Spikes. You know, explain the backstory of the White Spikes, the alien ship that dropped them here. Explain that. That could be interesting. That's a story I'd like explored. Now, anyway, the Deadline understands that discussions are in place to bring the whole creative gang back, both in front of and behind the camera, including director Chris McKay and screenwriter Zach Dean, and stars Pratt, Yvonne Strahovski, Betty Gilpin, Sam Richardson, Edwin Hodge, and Oscar winner J.K. Simmons. Now, Paramount is also involved in the sequel, the studio originally attached to distribute the first film theatrically, until Amazon just swooped in, was like, we'll buy that. I'm still really, really surprised that they bought that for $200 million, because that is the budget. That's crazy. But in terms of, you know, how this is going to get made moving forwards, Skydance has made their money back. They've got their money back. They don't need to worry about an investment in another one. It's popular, so I guess maybe that's why. And maybe if Amazon commit to a theatrical debut as well, along with Paramount, like Paramount's still in discussions here, so maybe it's going to be a joint Paramount-Amazon debut. Maybe. Who knows? But anyway, Deadline continues. It says the global sci-fi actioner launched on July 2nd around the world, exclusively on Prime Video in over 240 countries and territories, and debuted #1 across streaming platforms over the holiday weekend, per Screen Engine's post-VOD. The film ranks as the biggest live-action streaming movie of the summer. It's done an incredible job, record breaker. Starting with Screen Engine's post-VOD summer reporting in May, and there's been a great response from Amazon Prime users with an incredibly high amount of reviews, giving the Pratt pick a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and one of the highest quantity and positive scores on the service for their recent releases over opening weekend. So basically, it's a record breaker. In addition to the #1 ranking across streaming platforms in the US, Prime Video saw worldwide record-setting viewership in Brazil, India, France, Italy, Spain, Germany, Australia, Mexico, Argentina, and Japan. You can't argue with those metrics. It's very successful. In 3 million smart TV terrestrial households, streaming analytics corp Samba TV reported that 2.4 million US households tuned in to Tomorrow War, another big weekend for Amazon in the wake of Tom Clancy's Without Remorse. So it's done really, really well, at least by that metric. I'd say that's a pretty resounding success there. Anyway, Amazon, as Deadline first revealed, picked up the Tomorrow War for $200 million from Skydance, which seems cheap but also expensive at the same time. The movie is part of Amazon's commitment to amassing an arsenal of streaming tentpole franchises in the wake of their pickups of Skydance and Paramount's Tom Clancy's Without Remorse, and Paramount's Coming to America, which is reportedly Prime's most watched movie ever. Although a lot of people hate that film, there's nothing really to brag about, is it, really? Word of the next installment for The Tomorrow War comes on the heels of the recently announced sequel for Skydance's The Old Guard at Netflix, making Skydance one of the only studios to launch an original film franchise on 2 different streamers. They've done well. The first Old Guard, starring Charlize Theron, is the 6th most watched movie on Netflix, pulling in 78 million worldwide households in its first 4 weeks. Skydance and Paramount Television Studios also have the series Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan on Amazon. So they have a pretty good history of working with Amazon here. Tomorrow War's global success further cements Chris Pratt in his leading status. Although Pratt has been massively successful in the Guardians of the Galaxy and Jurassic World franchises, Tomorrow War is a brand new original IP. So the fact that he's able to lead that and get good numbers, whether that's down to him or the movie, that's up for debate. But a studio will look at that and go, yeah, no, Chris Pratt, you are a leading man. 100% they'll just view that as he's a leading man. And, you know, maybe it's justified, maybe it's not. You can leave your thoughts on that down below in the comment section. Amazon Skydance would not confirm the news about Tomorrow War 2, so it's just rumours at this point in time, but Deadline are saying it with certainty. And then Chris Pratt obviously shared some stuff over on his social media. Look, I like the news, I dislike the news. I am kind of in two minds on this, to be fair. Like I said, it's one of those movies that is time travel, isn't it? You can do whatever you want with time travel. You can go anywhere, do anything, explore anything. But it felt like a one and done. It felt like they explored the time travel element successfully, quite well, smartly. They have two links. One's down, it's gone. That part of that timeline was destroyed, and everything should have been corrected. But I'm guessing the end result of this will be that third act in Tomorrow War wouldn't have been successful. Or maybe new aliens come down. Maybe. Because obviously they blow the ship up, which is not something which they did in the original timeline, which obviously causes, you know, people to come back in time and, you know, recruit people. So if that is the case, and they blow the ship up and then that sets in motion maybe, for argument's sake, distress beacon going to the alien homeworld. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that will then be an interesting dynamic to move the franchise forward. But I still am a little bit dubious of this and a little bit of like, oh, well, that's a shame. Because I felt like it was a good one-and-done movie. And I feel like all too often we don't get good one-and-done movies. Because studios are so quick to rush off into sequel making, which is good and bad. You know, it can be really, really good, but I think this one, I don't think we need this one. But I hand it on over to you. What do you think? Do you think we need this or not? Would you watch this? I will watch it, but I'm always happy to sit here and go, yeah, no, I don't think we need this as a movie moving forwards. But let me know what you think down below in the comment section. If you are new here, please do hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. If you are new and you haven't subscribed, you stayed this long, you like the content, do hit subscribe. Guys, you may have noticed I've got oil stains all over me. I've been working on my car today. I've got a second channel. It's linked in the description box. Would love to have you guys over there following me. I work on cars, I do a bit of vlogging, that sort of thing. It's called Car Nonsense. You'll find it linked in the description box, along with a membership link. If you want to support and join the channel, please do. You get exclusive benefits that only members get. Cheers there, guys. Take care.